Hello and welcome to Today in the News on Vanguard Live. I am Precious Chikudi. We begin with the front pages of the papers this morning. Starting is leading with Nigeria must battle rising food insecurity as priority, and that's coming from the IMF. Rider says capping fuel prices, low electricity tariffs could cost Nigeria 3% of GDP. Calls for implementation. We must go into production to escape hardship, and that's coming from the governors. How Nigeria can stabilize forex, overcome economic woes, and that's come from Mohalu. I'm not desperate to be president, and that's come from Peter Obi. Nigeria's acceptance of grains from war-torn Ukraine, no sign of failure, and that's coming from federal government. We can see a photo story showing the Commission's MSME Fashion Hub. 4 billion naira COVID-19 grant, operators not indebted to federal government, others. United Airlines CEO replies reps. Meta reacts through Twitter as Facebook, Instagram crash. Deadline on main account linkage. Most banks yet to implement directives. Rider says accounts without BVN registered seem affected. CBN should consider Nigerians in consumer group. Lagbaja, army not planning to truncate Nigeria's democracy. African Games, Edom wins team Nigeria's first medal in Accra. Stories above. Dangote plans a charm of refinery. You can read that on page 19. Papa gridlock returns. Truck ignores or loose directives. You can read that on page 7. Edo Guba. PDP moves to reconcile group members. Holds SWC meeting. Lagos LGAS. Huge allocation. Little development. Nigerians shouldn't be hungry. Insecure. Sharia Council tells federal government. You can read that on page 8. And still on page 8. Why good leadership eludes Africa? That's coming from Obasanjo. The Guardian newspaper. The Guardian is leading with consumers switch to use gadgets as FX crisis worsening tech adoption. And we can see an infograph showing the cost of laptops, smartphones, featured phones, smartwatches, smart TVs, and refrigerators. And on page 4, news analysis. WADA, fresh doping hurdles for Team Nigeria ahead of Olympics. Reps uncover fraud in seaport concession, 7 ministers. No country provides equal opportunities for women, and that's what World Bank is saying. More food-laden trucks seized at borders as IMF seeks end to hardship. Alleged dollar bribe, court stops Ganduje's probe. Federal government maintains UAE visa ban on Nigerians subsist. Insider collaboration responsible for over 70% of bank fraud, says EFCC. Sharia Council urge federal government insecurity. Take a look at the Punch newspaper. The Punch is leading with federal government intercepts 141 grain trucks. Drivers threaten strike over attacks. Rider says customs sees 120 smuggled grain trucks. EFCC intercept 21. Some other sales of forfeited food. Truck owners threaten to stop transporting food over attack, says no insurance for looted foodstuff. And on page 29, 767 manufacturers shut down in 2023, and that's coming from Man. Trial, suspected killer of Ekiti monarchs remanded. Reps grill ministers over port concessions Tuesday. Stories of Obasanjo unveils new book on leadership at 87th birthday. Nigeria's electricity fuel subsidies may gob 7 trillion naira, and that's coming from IMF. Lastly, on the front page of the Punch newspaper, Army Chief dismisses coup calls, demands a good leadership, and that's all we can take on the front pages of the papers. Join us after the break. We'll be right back. Alright, welcome back. For just joining us today in the News on Vanguard Live. I am Precious Chikudi. Begin with one of our first story, and it's on Nigeria must battle food insecurity as priority, and that's coming from the IMF and the International Monetary Fund. IMF yesterday asked the federal government to pay immediate attention to food insecurity in the country.